Top 7 Natural Foods to Boost Muscle Growth for Seniors. Hi, did you know, after the age of 50, our bodies begin to undergo a subtle but very important change. The muscle mass, which once helped us walk quickly, stand up easily, or simply lift a basket of vegetables, begins to be lost over time. This phenomenon is called sarcopenia, a natural degeneration of muscles that occurs with age. Sounds normal, right? But the consequences are not small. Muscles become weaker, bones become more brittle, moving becomes slower, more difficult, and falling, breaking bones, being bedridden, are things that no one wants to happen. However, you don't have to accept it. The good news is, there are natural foods very familiar in daily life that can help you or your elderly relatives maintain muscle strength, improve physical fitness, and live healthy every day. And right after this, you will discover the top 7 great foods with me. Natural, effective, and extremely easy to find. Oh wait, before we start, are you taking care of an elderly relative in your family? Or are you on a journey to maintain your health at age 50 plus? Leave a comment below the video. Share your story so that everyone can join you. Encourage each other to live healthier and happier every day. Now, take a deep breath, prepare yourself, and join me on the journey of muscle revival for old age. Here's the cool thing. You don't need to go to the gym or use any anti-redness supplements. You just need to pay a little more attention to your daily meals. The first food on today's list. It's a familiar, simple but very nutritious dish. Eggs. You may have eaten it this morning. It could be perfected in a loaf of bread, served with white porridge, or steamed soft for lunch. However, few people know that each of these small products is a great protein store for the elderly. Egg whites in particular, containing up to 3.6 g of pure protein per product, help the body regenerate cells, restore muscles, and slow down the process of activity-based decline. This is the silent companion of strength. Who else wants to be red? Many people worry about cholesterol, but in fact, egg yolks contain a lot of vitamin D. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium better, strengthens healthy bones, and prevents osteoporosis, a constant concern when you turn 60. A specific example could be the case of Mr. Richard, 67, living in Florida, who used to feel tired, have muscle pain, and have difficulty climbing stairs. After consulting a nutritionist, he started adding 3 products a week to his menu. No need for any requirements, just raw eggs for breakfast with a few slices of brown bread and a glass of skim milk. After only 6 weeks, Mr. Richard began to feel stronger in his legs, less shaking hands when standing up and sitting down, and even returned to the golf course with friends, something he had given up 2 years ago. There is really no correct symbol, but note, eggs are extremely good, but must be eaten properly. Elderly people should eat about 3 to 4 eggs per week, and prioritize absorb or cook them to relax. Fried because of oil will put pressure on the cardiovascular system, especially for those with a history of high blood pressure or high cholesterol. You see? A small result, but if you know how to take advantage of it, it can help you regenerate energy, restore muscles, and live healthy every day. We have completed the first dish. Next will be an extremely gentle food, soft commercially, but rich in calcium is not friendly. What do you expect? Let's explore the second dish right after. Here's the cool thing. You don't need to go to the gym or use any anti-redness supplements. You just need to pay a little more attention to your daily meals. The first food on today's list. It's a familiar, simple but very nutritious dish. Eggs. You may have eaten it this morning. It could be perfected in a loaf of bread, served with white porridge, or steamed soft for lunch. However, few people know that each of these small products is a great protein store for the elderly. Egg whites in particular, containing up to 3.6 g of pure protein per product, help the body regenerate cells, restore muscles, and slow down the process of activity-based decline. This is the silent companion of strength. Who else wants to be red? Many people worry about cholesterol, but in fact, egg yolks contain a lot of vitamin D. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium better, strengthens healthy bones, and prevents osteoporosis, a constant concern when you turn 60. A specific example could be the case of Mr. Richard, 67, living in Florida, who used to feel tired, have muscle pain, and have difficulty climbing stairs. After consulting a nutritionist, he started adding 3 products a week to his menu. No need for any requirements, just raw eggs for breakfast with a few slices of brown bread and a glass of skim milk. After only 6 weeks, Mr. Richard began to feel stronger in his legs, less shaking hands when standing up and sitting down, and even returned to the golf course with friends, something he had given up 2 years ago. There is really no correct symbol, but note, eggs are extremely good, but must be eaten properly. Elderly people should eat about 3 to 4 eggs per week, and prioritize absorb or cook them to relax. Fried because of oil will put pressure on the cardiovascular system, especially for those with a history of high blood pressure or high cholesterol. You see, a small result, but if you know how to take advantage of it, it can help you regenerate energy, restore muscles, and live healthy every day. We have completed the first dish. Next will be an extremely gentle food, soft commercially, but rich in calcium is not friendly. What do you expect? Let's explore the second dish right after. The third food on our list today is a traditional rustic dish, but contains a great source of nutrition. That is, soybeans and tofu. Not fussy, not expensive, just a piece of soft tofu, or a glass of warm soy milk in the morning. You have supplemented your body with a very valuable amount of vegetable protein. Compared to meat and fish, soy protein is much easier to digest, so it is very suitable for the elderly with weak digestive systems. Not only does it help maintain and build muscle mass, soybeans also contain isoflavone compounds, supporting hormonal balance, and are especially good for bones, joints, and the cardiovascular system. Mr. George, 72 years old, from California, used to suffer from bloating and indigestion when eating a lot of meat. After listening to the doctor's advice, he replaced 2 meat meals a week with mushroom tofu and miso soy soup. After just over 1 month, the unpleasant symptoms almost disappeared. Not only that, his cholesterol index decreased significantly, his blood pressure also stabilized without having to increase the dose of medication. So how should you eat soybeans and tofu? Easy suggestions for the elderly: unsweetened soy milk in the morning, steamed tofu with ginger or lightly fried tofu, dipped in soy sauce, tofu seaweed soup, cool the liver, strengthen bones. A little tip for you: if you use soy milk, choose the unsweetened type to control blood sugar. And do not drink on an empty stomach because it can easily cause stomach upset. With low-cost, high-value, easy-to-digest, tofu and soybeans deserve to be golden friends in the weekly menu. Helps you maintain muscle, stabilize blood pressure, regulate cholesterol, all in just a few soft, simple pieces of beans. Ready for the next dish? A soft, easy-to-eat dish that also nourishes muscles every morning. We will discover it right now. Next on the list, a food that is all too familiar to those who care about health: chicken breast. No skin, no fat. Chicken breast is the leanest part of the chicken, containing very little fat, but very rich in high-quality protein, helping to restore muscles, maintain physical strength, and increase resistance. This is the reason why chicken breast is always at the top of the menu for those who exercise, recover from injuries, or need to eat healthy. But did you know? Chicken breast is also extremely suitable for the elderly, those who need a light, easy-to-digest source of protein that does not put pressure on the liver and kidneys. Case: Uncle James, 66 years old, living in Seattle, lost a lot of muscle after being hospitalized for pneumonia. Although the doctor prescribed nutritional supplements, It was the addition of boiled chicken breast combined with vegetables every night that helped him recover the fastest. After 3 weeks, Uncle James was able to stand up from a chair without holding on to his hand. His grip strength also improved, something he thought was impossible. So how should you prepare chicken breast? Shredded boiled chicken breast, mixed with salad or eaten with sweet potatoes. Pan-fried chicken breast without oil, served with vegetable soup. Or simpler, chicken breast porridge with straw mushrooms, light on the stomach, easy to digest. A small tip: when boiling chicken breast, you should add crushed ginger and a little salt to the water to help deodorize and make the meat more fragrant. Remember, with just 100 g of chicken breast/day, you have provided your body with nearly 30 g of pure protein, enough for the basic needs of the elderly who do not exercise much. Low-fat, rich in protein, easy to prepare, extremely good for the muscles. Chicken breast deserves to be a close companion of health in old age. And now, we're going to explore a dish that is soft, easy to digest, and can be eaten every morning to replenish energy. Can you guess what it is? And now, we come to a dish that can feed your muscles even while you sleep. Sounds strange, right? That's it, cottage cheese. Unlike the usual fatty cheeses, cottage cheese has a light taste, is low in fat, and is very rich in protein, especially a protein called casein. What is casein? This is a slow-absorbing protein, which helps provide steady nutrition to the muscles for many hours after eating. Therefore, eating a small portion of cottage cheese in the evening will help nourish your muscles throughout the night, helping you recover better after a day of exercise, or simply preventing muscle loss while you sleep. Here's a real-life example. Mrs. Linda, 68, living in Toronto, often feels weak in her arms and legs every morning. After being advised by a nutritionist to eat a small bowl of cottage cheese in the evening, she maintained this habit 4 times a week. Results: after 1 month, she slept more deeply, woke up less at night, and her limbs were significantly more flexible in the morning. Even her doctor was surprised by this obvious improvement. So what is a reasonable way to eat? Each time, you only need about half a small bowl of cottage cheese. You can eat it with a few slices of banana, a little oatmeal or walnuts. And if you don't like cold food, try cottage cheese mixed with vegetables, lightly steamed in the microwave for 1 minute. It will be fragrant, warm your stomach, and much easier to digest. The special thing is, fresh cheese does not cause weight gain if eaten in the right amount, but also helps you sleep well, recover muscles, reduce fatigue the next morning. A small dish, but it is a silent bodyguard for your muscles all night long. The 6th food on today's list, small, crunchy, but has a huge muscle recovery power. That's almonds. Did you know? With just 10 to 15 almonds a day, you've provided your body with a large amount of magnesium and vitamin E, 2 extremely important nutrients to reduce muscle tension and restore the body after light exercise or a lot of walking. Magnesium acts as a controller for muscles, helps relax muscles, prevent spasms, and supports deep sleep, reducing overall fatigue. And vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant, helps protect muscle cells from damage and slows down the aging process of muscle tissue. A little story from reality. Mr. Henry, 70 years old, living in Texas, after each morning walk in the park, often has tired legs and tight thighs until the afternoon. But since his son advised him to eat almonds every day, about 12 nuts, he feels lighter, walks more flexibly, and has less cramps at night. No need to be fussy. You can eat unsalted roasted almonds, or soak them overnight for breakfast, or even blend them with soy milk, creating a cool and nutritious glass of almond milk. A small tip: don't eat too many almonds because it can cause bloating. Only 10 to 15 nuts/day is enough for you to feel the obvious effect. With its natural fatty flavor, almonds are not only an ideal snack, but also a silent recovery assistant for the muscles of the elderly. And finally, we come to a group of foods that seem light, but have a rock-solid strength. That is dark green vegetables. Spinach, broccoli, collard greens, kale are not just vegetables, but living minerals for the elderly. Dark green vegetables contain a lot of calcium and iron, two extremely important ingredients that help maintain strong bone structure and prevent osteoporosis, an indirect cause of muscle loss in the elderly. Not only that, these vegetables are also rich in fiber and natural digestive enzymes, helping the digestive system function stably, absorbing nutrients better from other foods you have eaten. A true story. Mrs. Emma, 73 years old in London, every week has the habit of making spinach smoothies with bananas and almond milk. She also often steams broccoli to eat with lunch instead of white rice. After more than 2 months of maintaining, she shared that she has less back pain. Her body is lighter and is no longer constipated like before. You can make spinach soup with minced meat, steamed broccoli, drizzle with a little olive oil and squeeze lemon, or stir-fry collard greens with garlic, eat with brown rice or oatmeal. Do not boil vegetables too much because they will lose nutrients. Steaming or stir-frying quickly over high heat will retain color and nutrients. Dark green vegetables, although they do not build muscle directly, but they are the foundation for maintaining strong bones and joints, helping you stand firmly, walk firmly, live healthily every day. Although the 7 foods we have just learned are very good for health and muscles, the most important thing is to know how to eat properly, eat enough, eat healthily every day. For the elderly, you should not eat too much of one type of food, no matter how good it is. Divide it evenly throughout the week, moderately, reasonably, so that the body can absorb it most effectively. Avoid eating too much salt, because salt will increase blood pressure and affect the kidneys. Prioritize steamed, boiled, and grilled dishes with little spices. Don't forget to drink enough water every day, from 1.5 to 2 liters, to help organs function smoothly, support metabolism, and prevent muscle loss. And finally, nutrition will not be effective if you do not exercise. Just 30 minutes of walking every day, or a few gentle yoga and meditation exercises in the morning, is enough to help the body stay flexible. The spirit is refreshed, and the muscles do not fall asleep. Health in old age does not lie in expensive supplements, but in perseverance in simple habits. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like, leave a comment sharing your experiences, and subscribe to the channel to receive more videos on natural health for the elderly. Wishing you and your loved ones health, flexibility, and happiness every day.